no smell. So I don't know what that's all about. This bedroom's gonna get painted, owl gray. We're gonna do semi-gloss on the door. We're gonna remove those 2 shelves. We're gonna put a pole, all new painted. Outlets, that's all you have for outlets in here. There is no overhead lights. This is an old building. There's no switches. This is Boston. This is old character, old school Boston. And people would just go ahead and set up a desk over there, and they would run a little cord lamp over here with a little click-on lamp to light up, and then you got your bed, however. But unfortunately, that's what you have, is outlets, and you're gonna use stand-up lamps for your lighting in here. In the bathroom, we're gonna redo the tub, reglaze it. It's gonna be white. We're gonna make this all new white, rework the windows. Tenants can do what they want with the windows after. We'll peel all that crap off, paint it, make the windows work best we can. And the tenants can go ahead and frost it what they want. That's up to them. That has nothing to do with us if they wanna do that. But we will put a shade here. So there'll be new shades in all the windows that don't have them. This will all be made new white. We're gonna clean this all out. Again, old school character here. This is such old school Boston. Every single time the building shuts the water off, when you get a notice from the building, because we don't get the notices, you do as the tenant. When they give you a notice, you have to let me know when the water's gonna be shut off, because every time they shut the water off, it causes a problem with the flushometer here. And all the toilets in this building that have the same style toilet have the same issue. It's a pressure issue. They back off in the pressure, and then the building turns the water back on, and boom, and it just keeps this thing running like crazy. I fixed it now, but I kind of need to get the heads up, because I either got to walk you through how to turn the water off supply here, or I got to come here and do it. If anybody is handy, that would be great. If you've turned a screwdriver before and I can talk you through something, man, that would be great. So we're going to go ahead and redo all that, make it all white, all its character over here. You can't do nothing much. You got a separate shower there, and then if you wanted a tub, you run down there. It's kind of different, I understand. Closet gonna be all painted pole, painted, everything nice and painted. Painted. Ceilings are all right. The paintings are all, they've already been scraped and painted over. They just haven't been, skim coated to make completely flat, but it's not chipping and it's not falling down at all. It's just old building, and been painted over 1,000,000 times. So now we have the hallway. We'll do the same thing. Paint this all in, paint inside this closet. All new smoke detectors, CO2 detectors. Please, tenants, if you hear a beep to change the battery, either change the battery or call me to change the battery, but do not remove the CO2 smoke detectors when I hang them. That's what keeps happening. The tenants come in, they cook, they set it off, it drives them crazy, so they take it down and pull the battery, and then they never put it back up. That is against the law. Please don't do that. Let me know, or if you're handy, you can change it yourself. And here we understand, again, same thing, there's no light. We were lucky enough that there is electricity over here in this corner. So we took advantage of it, and I will put a longer chain here. Yeah, typically tenants would put their bed here, and then they would use this outlet for their desk and set up over here. That's typically what I've seen. So that's all we can do is run that down there. You can run a cord around this way for a lamp to click on when you come in your room if need be. That's about it. Here's a knob. We don't like you turning this though, exercising this. The reason why I didn't give this knob is because turning this on and off, if it gets too hot, too cold, is not good. It destroys the packing inside of here, and it makes it eventually so it don't work. The last tenant, the reason why I took this off, was doing that. It was getting too hot in here, and she was using this as a control, and it started to leak. It leaked all over the floor, leaked downstairs. You can see the remnants from it, and then realized, maybe it's just better to open a window. I don't know. But this is, again, old school character Boston. It's full steam ahead. Nothing you can do. You can turn that off, but if you cause a leak, here we're gonna put a little hook to give it a little bit more support. And of course, paint, that's an access panel. We need it, it's important. We're gonna make it all nice though. We'll put the panel up proper, we'll screw it in, and then this will all be painted in properly. That access panel is definitely needed. All new paint in here. Paint, paint, paint. Explaining the locks real quick. You have a lock here. The key, we do have keys. I don't know why you didn't get a key. You should have a key to at least this lock. This lock right here, the tenants typically leave it open. And when they leave, they just use the deadbolt because they feel secure enough with the deadbolt, and then downstairs, the vestibule locking people out. But if you must, and we'll give you the key, you press that button in, that locks it. So now you have a lock here, a key, and a deadbolt to lock when you leave, all right? Put it back to just that so it stays constant open, and your deadbolt. When you're in, you can lock this so nobody can turn that knob, lock your deadbolt, and then you lock this and turn it. So you got 3 things there to prevent somebody from trying to bang this door in, which has never happened ever. And this is just a dummy. This doesn't do anything. It's not supposed to. Coming into the living room, all the same thing. Paint, paint, paint. Windows reworked everywhere, new shades everywhere, new pulleys the best we can to get these windows to rise. We'll bring in the secondary shades. Oh, they have screens here, it looks like. So we'll do what we can there. Paint in here. There's no need to do the ceilings. They're beautiful. They were just done. In fact, this paint job is new. This paint job was done for the last tenants. That's why it still looks relatively new. And there's no dirt in the wall. Except for my fingers making dirt. But I mean, this is a clean paint job. And then when they moved, apparently they patched their holes. And that's what they did, and they left it like that. Otherwise, this was painted with Navajo white, with the white ceiling and semi-gloss white in the trim. All right, coming into here, new countertops we're getting. They're there. Taking off the backsplash, taking off the backsplash, all gonna be painted, that's it. With new backsplash, everything put back. The sink, same way. Same thing in here, ceiling is nice. We'll get all the lights working properly. This thing over here is part of the building, it's part of the heat. What wants the heat, there was a radiator here. To cut this back is thousands. To get a plumber in here, to get that below the floor, cut the floor, put the floor, whatever. So we agreed, Charles, you and I, we're gonna just build some sort of a shelving unit here to box this in. And so it'll be a little box unit and a top shelf that you can put knickknacks on or something. I don't know, but it'll be something that you can slide right in there and secure it against the wall so that way it hides that. Okay, everything else will be painted. Smoke's on, what else? The floor will be done. It'll be done as best we can. There's not much left to sand here because the floors are very thin and we don't want to fall through. So all holes will be patched. There was the same old routine. I know what to do. Right here, the floor is busted, sinking in. We're gonna pull this out and we're gonna have to put a new piece and then we'll polyurethane. All right, kids. Welcome. Sorry about all the mess in the beginning. And my name's Tony. Charles, I think gave you my number, and we'll get to know each other in the future. I'm here for you 24/7 for emergencies and regular maintenance calls. You just go ahead and send a regular maintenance request to Charles and CC me. And then Charles and I will see it and I'll respond immediately. If it's an emergency, I come, of course, immediately. If it's one of those, hey, Tony, this is dripping, it can wait, when you come by when you can. Okay, thank you, bye.